Hello everyone and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So I decided to go ahead and post a Sims 4 speed build this time. I had this one built, I think I just actually recently did this one. I'm going to say about, what is this, end of June now, so, sometime in May, end of May, I think. I don't know. I know that doesn't seem quite as recent as you would think or what you thought maybe. But yeah, I thought we would go ahead and do a Sims 4. So basically what I'm doing here, in case you've never seen my tutorial on roofing for the Sims 4, what I am doing here is I am creating it to where when you have a ceiling or an upstairs that is not a full upstairs where you have slanted walls, or is like a slanted, like the ceiling is in part of your room. I don't know how to explain it. But you know how sometimes with The Sims 4, when the roof gets put on, if you put it all in one piece, how the roof will cut into the wall or into the room? Well, if you do it piece by piece in little sections, like I said, my roofing tutorial actually explains more in depth of what it is I'm talking about. That will actually allow you to have full function, full play in your upstairs. While if you were to put them in as full pieces, that would not happen. So that's basically what I was doing here. I'm just fiddling with the roof, you know. I always have these ideas in my head, and it really bugs me how you're trying to do a specific idea of a roof, and you know that that's the correct way because there's houses in your neighborhood with that exact same way. But yet in the game, they just don't do it. They just don't work. So, yeah, that's kind of just what I was doing right there, is fiddling with that. The roof for the most part is done. But in all my houses, just so you know, any house of mine that has a partial upstairs or like a dormer type of upstairs or whatever you want to call it, you will be able to have full play in those houses because I do the certain way of doing the roofing, like I said, that is explained in that video. In fact, since I'm mentioning the video, I'll go ahead and link it in the bottom in the description for you. That way it's easier to find. That way it just makes it a little bit easier. So with this house, I decided to go ahead and give it a try using the siding that automatically does the corners for you, which I have to say I absolutely hate. I hate it. Just hate it with a passion because it's designed to go in the corner of where it thinks the corner of the room is. But when you build the way I build, which is you just kind of start drawing stuff out, you don't actually know where anything's going to go or what kind of house you're actually doing, then it doesn't always end up right. Like they even, for when you're coloring the foundation, you know, you can get some that have the little diamonds and stuff. Well, that don't always look right either, because of the way of doing the way it's designed to go on. I hate it. I hate the way they do it. I wish we could just have separate corner pieces like we had in The Sims 3, and we could choose where we wanted that after we have built the house, and not try to design the walls and stuff specifically over the wallpaper, because you know, I don't even half the time have a clue what kind of siding or what I want on the outside to begin with, let alone know where I want all my room corners to be. Most of the time I don't even choose that siding anyway. Normally if I want a corner piece or whatever, I just find a pillar and throw it in. So, but this house really didn't take too long. As you can see, it's actually a 17-minute video. The rest is screenshots. So the house, I don't know, I'm going to estimate that this probably took me about 2 hours, which for me is really quick. Like, I'm working on a house right now for The Sims 3. Now, obviously it's taken me a couple weeks for it. Obviously longer than just a couple weeks. I just haven't been building in it very much, that's all. A lot of times they don't take me quite this many days. I just haven't, I'm going like 3-4 days without even touching it, so that's kind of why it's taking weeks. But I think so far I got most of it done. It's probably 3/4 of the way done. And I think my video before sizing it down is about 3 hours. So a 2-hour build, which is approximately I think what this house was, is actually pretty quick for me. It's pretty good. Maybe it might even be an hour and a half. It might only be an hour and a half. Because Sims 4 does take me quite a bit less. In fact, you'll even see in the screenshots of this house, you'll see by the time I took the screenshots, that is. By the time I took the screenshots for this house, I was already starting to work on another house in The Sims 4. So in the screenshots, you will actually see the other house that I'm working on. And I just started that last night. And I'm already furnishing it. And it's only been an hour of build. So that's pretty quick for me. So normally it normally goes a lot longer for me in The Sims 3. Mostly because I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I don't know what I want to design. So most of the time I don't have a clue. I just kind of throw something together and hope it turns out. On the itty bitty little bump out area, whatever, just kind of like a separated hallway. I kind of prefer, like, you can attach bedrooms and bathrooms to a main room, like a kitchen or a living room. But I think it looks a little bit nicer if they at least maybe separated a little bit into their own space with a hallway. So that's kind of what I made there. I thought I was going to do something a little bit different with this kitchen, and then I realized I had a porch. I'm thinking, I think maybe we might want to be able to get to that porch. So yeah, that's kind of why I ended up having to change my kitchen ideas. I really love this kitchen. This kitchen, I used a lot of the parent pack in the kitchen. I love those counters that they came with, and the cabinets. I love the detail that's in them, and yeah, I like that pack. And I like all the knickknacks and all the crap I can just kind of shove wherever I want and use to clutter and decorate. So the house is actually a family home. It has 2 kids' bedrooms, and of course the master bedroom. But there is not a dining room in this house. This house did turn out to be kind of small. And I kind of used up my entire space here, as you can see, just for the kitchen only. But you have a bar, so you should be able to get a few Sims sitting and eating. Hopefully, I usually hope that the benches will snap into the counter, so they should all be workable, hopefully for you. So there's 3 of them there. Obviously, you'll probably have more Sims than 3. Well, you may not, unless you have a single parent with 2 children. Then this would be perfect for you, only 3 chairs. So, but yeah, I went all out with this kitchen. I mean, I have all kinds of stuff all over the place. I love the way this kitchen turned out. Just one of my favorites. And then I had noticed that the counter was kind of going through the kitchen sink, so that's kind of why I moved it a little bit. But yeah, just some more things to kind of make it look like kids live here, you know, kind of messy. There's books on the counter. I don't know what all I did. I did this house a month ago, so I can't quite remember. But I did just do the screenshots today, so you'd think I know something. But I don't, because I didn't really pay attention. But there's a book bag on the floor for one of the children, and of course a mess of stuff in that tote on top of the bookshelf. Some more paintings on the wall. I love those paintings. I think there are different paintings too, depending on which one you choose. I don't know. I don't really know. And then I put that little wall hanging thing there because it looked like, you know, kids' drawings, I think is what it was. I thought it was so cool. So I did that, and then I put the mirror over top. I just thought that turned out really cute. I liked it. Like I said, my favorite room in this house is this kitchen. If you haven't noticed this, it's my favorite room. I absolutely love it. I love just all the stupid little things I found from the parent pack. So I'm sure there's a whole bunch more that I didn't find or don't know about. But I really like that parent pack so far. I would have to say is one of my favorites. I would have to say for the building standpoint, I'm not sure how much I'm too thrilled about the added stuff to my toddlers or the added stuff to the children. I'm really disliking all the darn pop-ups. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm getting downright tired of knowing, oh, my kid was in a food fight in the cafeteria, what should I do? I don't really care. I am tired of them being, they're bugging me while they're in school. They're in school, they should leave me alone. I'm trying to do other things, and all these pop-ups keep happening. What should I do? What kind of punishment? What should the child do? And then it affects their personality, and I just don't really care for it. I don't mind the added interactions with each other, but I'm just tired of the pop-ups. I didn't, just too much. I mean, toddlers were already hard to begin with as it was, and now we have all this added other stuff, and I don't like it. But I love, on a building standpoint, I love the items that came with it. So my two favorites, if I would have to say, because I am a traditional builder, I am not a modern builder, I would have to say my favorites would be, as of right now, would be the obviously the parent pack and the vampires, because of all the Victorian items that we get in that. Those would probably be my two favorite. As of right now, I still have not bought bowling or what is the other one? Oh, it just came out too a week ago or 2 weeks ago or whenever that was. Gosh, I can't remember what it was now. Well, anyway, I don't have bowling and I don't have the newest pack. Because I'm not too thrilled about what's in there. Plus, I'm not really a modern builder, and a lot of the stuff is modern, so I would probably eventually get it, because I do every now and then throw in modern stuff, and every now and then I have been known to do a modern build. However, I just haven't, so I really could care less right now about it. Another one of my favorite rooms is this living room. I love this living room. As you can see, I don't know, something about it. I tried adding all kinds of colors, so there's a little bit more. I put the furniture in a little bit of a different way. That chair and them couches with all those blankets and stuff or whatever's on it, those are my favorite couches. This room turned out, I thought, very pretty. I loved it. It's one of my favorites again, and of course cluttering it up as best as I could think of, because you know how I am about my clutter. I love clutter. It makes the house look so lived in. It looks warm and cozy and welcoming, and it looks like your sim actually lives here, actually makes a mess, and actually does something in their house other than stand around with their fingers up their nose, like my sims always seem to be doing. But that's just what I like so much about a traditional home. I have yet to see very many modern style houses on The Sims that people create that give me the warm and cozy feel, because really modern isn't really warm and cozy, so not really my favorite. But anyway, we all know how I am about modern. I don't really care for it, and you guys have been on my channel long enough to know that is just not my style. But this room is getting pretty close to being done. I love the way that living room turned out. My other favorite room is this toddler room right here. Actually, we're not going to be doing that quite yet. We're going to do like an office nook or a computer nook or whatever you want to call it. I had realized, you know how I am when I got a little bit of a landing. If I didn't fit an office in somewhere, I usually try to at least get the computer part in, because everybody wants a computer. Your Sims always want computers. Plus, some of them jobs, even when they first start out, like, I think it's, I can't think what career it is right now. I'm doing it in my Lovers Challenge. She has to fill out reports. She's had to do that since day one. She's had to have a computer. So, or like if you get into the writing career, you have to have a computer. It's ridiculous. So, just one of those staples, I guess, I try to put into the house, is I try to always have a computer, because you just never know. But this bathroom's kind of cute. It has the mirror that has, I think those are flowers or something on it. This is kind of, I guess you could say, not really I didn't really make it a guest bathroom or a kid's bathroom. Actually, I didn't really do either or. Technically, the downstairs bathroom would be considered the guest bathroom, but oh well. But this is the toddler's room. This is another one of the rooms that I love this room. It's so cute. I tried adding a few things I don't normally would add. Plus, like I said, I think this might be, I can't remember, I think this is the first house with the Sims 4 that I've actually created that has the parent pack. So there's a little doctor kit or whatever that they have, and just all kinds of stuff. So I know I'm late. I know I'm very late on putting out a house for the parent pack, but this would be my house that uses a lot of parent pack items. So if you download this one, it'd probably be a good idea to have at least that pack, because that is probably the pack I use the most, I would have to say. So, yeah, this room is my favorite. Like I said, I tried putting things I don't normally. And of course that shelf I think is kind of weird because it don't come with anything on it. So I had to put stuff. So we cluttered it up a little bit as always trying to clutter. I love moving the objects up and down. It allows more imagination and more ways of clutter. And as you can see, I just put in a modern shelf. So every now and then you'll find something modern in my houses. Not necessarily a modern style altogether, but every now and then I will throw something in just because the way I like it. Those lights I just put in, I didn't realize it when I was decorating because I'm used to Sims 3 and not having to worry about the height of lights getting in the way of my Sims and having to worry about my Sims not being able to get through. I don't think they're positioned to where they should cause problems, but if you find that your Sims cannot walk through that bedroom, it is those lights. Just move objects on and either raise them, which is what I've done. In the past I've just kind of raised them up, or get rid of them and change them out for something else. I haven't technically tested the house. I didn't think of it until I was doing screenshots. Actually, when I saw, you'll see it in the screenshots, you'll see how low they are, and that's when I realized those lights were so low. I'm not used to that because I don't have that. You don't have that problem in Sims 3. That really took me off guard when my Sims couldn't get through a room because of a light. I thought that was kind of ridiculous. It's on the ceiling. They should be able to walk through. But, it's the game. Nothing you can do about it. So, it's just a small area in the backyard. I do tend to fill my entire yard with house. So, I don't usually spend much time in the backyard. As you can see, I don't even think I put anything out for the kids. This is a family house and there's not even a swing. Oh well, I guess just add it yourself, I guess. Maybe you don't care if you have a swing. Maybe you don't care if there's monkey bars. Honestly, my Sims don't really do anything outside. But, yep, there's the picture of the house I'm currently working on. That wasn't there during the build. That would be another house I'm doing now. So, along with working in The Sims 3, of course. So, who knows when that house will be done, and who knows when it'll be posted. But, like I said, you'll see in the screenshots about those lights. Just go ahead and get rid of them or raise them up, and you should be fine. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to go ahead and leave you here. So, if you have any comments or suggestions, go ahead and leave them below. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.